Gone channel, what is up, dude? I really need to get a background for the text so it stands out a little bit better. New Star Wars game, what is that? I was watching a little bit of E3 before this. What Star Wars game is that? Hello everybody, how you doing? Now this, I don't know how long I'm going to be streaming, I say this every time, but I plan on normally doing my BobaChills on a Sunday, which is obviously tomorrow. So this is kind of a little bonus one. I was about to say a Boba one. But yeah, just thought I'd hang out with you guys for a little bit, see how it goes. Sat in the cinema watching Solo. Oh man, don't be that guy. Unless the movie has not started yet, don't have your phone flashing everywhere. I haven't seen a new Predator trailer. What am I missing out on? Jesus, I feel like everyone is telling me all this news. Bob, it's me, Ian Khan. What's up, dude? Good evening, Alex's Gallery, my friend. What's up, man? Haven't seen it. You haven't seen Solo. Well, Solo, in my opinion, is a big bag of Star Wars fun. But yeah, I'm actually planning a video at the minute about the current state of Star Wars. And even though, you know, I've enjoyed every film, you know, there's a huge direction that Disney is going in, which isn't good for the franchise. So it's going to be hard. It's kind of a hard video to talk about as such a huge Star Wars fan. You know, how hyped am I for Ant-Man and the Wasp? I'm not actually mega hyped. I'm definitely obviously going to go. Well, I plan to go and see it. I don't know. I'm not actually hugely hyped about it. It's probably more going to be like a pleasant surprise of a film, you know? But the thing is, I'm not hyped for Aquaman. I've kind of been a bit killed from the DCU. I've gone about that. It's during the dark times in December between... What's it called? What's the Star Wars game called? How have I missed out on this? I saw what EA were doing with Battlefront 2. How they're adding Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan as heroes. That's pretty awesome. And a few other things like that. Do I like Marvel? Yes, I do like Marvel. I mean, I did a Avengers video the other day, which I'm going to try and do more videos on. Like, I was going to do a How to Train Your Dragon video. Really excited for that film. Man, that trailer just actually made me tear up. I love that series so much. Hey, Bobo, I literally just got done watching a previous live stream since I missed it, and now you started another one. Typical. What's up, man? That's awesome, though, at the same time. Double stream, but you're probably a bit sick of hearing of me, though. Jedi Fallen Order. Oh my god, sorry guys. I need to quickly Google this game. Jedi Fallen Order. Respawn Star Wars game announced. Oh, is this the cancelled one? Is this the one that got cancelled? I'm telling you now. Fallen Order will take place during... Okay, so it's still happening. When the last Jedi are being hunted down. So yeah, like Order 66 kind of period. More specifically, it will be set between Star Wars Episode 3 and 4. Will be released holiday 2019. Wow, that's quite a while away. Man, I'm a huge Star Wars fan, as you guys know. So I'm really looking forward to that. I mean, the Darth Vader comic series that I'm reading at the minute, I kind of stopped at the beginning, but obviously Darth Vader had to go hunt down this guy to make his first lightsaber, and you know that was during the Jedi Purge kind of thing. So, oh man, let me have another look at that. Dark Times coming holiday 2019. Awesome. So excited for that. Where did this get announced? Did this get announced at E3? What's going on? Hey, baby, I'm a giant fan. Love your video, says Eli Taylor, man. Thank you so much. Thank you. Neve, hello. Did you reply to me on Twitter? My phone's dead, so I have no idea. I can't... Well, I could kind of check. I'm worried that you're going to get innocently triggered through my Star Wars video. And so many other people, to be honest. But it is what it is. I think Titan's suit will be good. You can't wait for it. Yeah, but the thing is, I'm gonna be really criticizing, you know, the points of like how I agree that the leadership should change. We should get some new blood, you know, leading the Star Wars franchise. We shouldn't be banking on nostalgia like we are with the Boba Fett film, even to a point of the Solo film. I love the Solo film, but we don't necessarily it's not something we all asked for. Just things like that. I feel like we should be going, you know, all those reasons. I just feel like I'm going to be criticizing those things. And you know, under Kathleen Kennedy's leadership, Lucasfilm and Star Wars has been going like that to the point where even the general public aren't even hyped about it anymore when a new film comes. And even if The Last Jedi does well through Abrams and I can't remember, it's still, I don't think it's going to do as well as Episode 7 did or anything like that. Just that kind of style of video. But I don't even want to be making it as a Star Wars fan, but I feel like I have to. But I love, you know how much I freaking love the characters, Rey and everyone. But God, there's so many things that I've got issues with at the minute. Yeah, no, Kathleen Kennedy is a freaking Hollywood legend. But it's just, there are just so many problems. And I was even blind to it for a second. I mentioned this in my video. Like, I think I disclaim, like, you know, you may hate on this video or whatever. Because when you criticize somebody's, you know, dream place, like my favorite thing in the whole world in terms of fantasy and stuff like that is like, and sci-fi and everything to escape to is Star Wars. So sometimes when people criticize something that you love and you want to find perfect, and often sometimes, you know, we're only human, we ignore the imperfections and things sometimes. People rage, you know, and just or just, you know, will get frustrated by it. So that's what I'm worried about doing to people. But at the same time, it's inevitable. I was that person as well. I was saying how The Force Awakens had its individual kind of thing going with it, but it didn't at the same time. It did actually mirror A New Hope and things like that. Really didn't like what they did with The Last Jedi in a lot of ways. I like Rian Johnson. I liked The Last Jedi. I saw it like 3 times. But there were so many things I disagree with in that film. Luke Skywalker. Leia freaking flying through space. There's a lot of things. I know for a fact I am way too biased as far as Star Wars is concerned. Yeah. The thing is, I was like that as well. And even though I love Star Wars, and I am still probably biased to a degree, I definitely am worried about the future of it. I'm very worried about how, you know, for the problems I just mentioned. But anyway, this isn't a Star Wars live stream, so unless anyone talks about it too much, I'll move on. Was I impressed with Krypton Season 1? Didn't finish it. I plan to finish it soon before Season 2. Just because, you know, I dropped it because I had too many other things to do. That's why. But from what I saw, Bethesda is better than Gotham. What are you on about? That's so random. No, yeah, it was good. It was good. I thought that it definitely needed to pick up before the end of the season, a bit more. But yeah, I'm sure it did from what I've heard. But yeah, am I excited for E3? Yes, I'm so excited for Bethesda's panel, if you want to call it that. Bit worried at the same time, you know, about Fallout and stuff like that. Come to Star Wars Celebration Chicago 2019. Well, Neve, get me the tickets. I'll buy the flight. I might be able to afford the flight, but not the everything else. I would love to, but it would probably be in your situation. I'd have to literally spend all my savings too. Oh man, I would love to go to Chicago. I would drag you there myself, I swear. Oh man. That would be so incredible to go to Chicago and go to Star Wars Celebration for 5 mother flipping days. Oh my god. I would literally film all of it. It would be such a cool video for my channel as well. I was actually seriously considering it, but it happened way too fast, like than what I thought, Neve. I didn't realize the tickets would go that fast. I read in the comment section as well. I don't think the 5-day tickets sold out for Orlando that quick last year. But yeah, I was actually thinking, oh man, you know, I could save up a bit of money. I could, you know, it's not till April. I could just get like the tickets now, worry about the flights. The flights will kind of be a little bit cheap to Chicago because it's in April. Do you know what I mean? I was like, but then it just all happened too fast. And I was thinking, I will go to a Star Wars Celebration, but maybe I have to be 2020 or something like that. God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. I would go, guys, but unfortunately, money. Imagine kind of building a pathetic little nest egg of a savings and then blowing it all on that. Especially when I'm not getting a massive income at the minute. Jalen, I just saw, sorry, it completely subconsciously went past me. I've missed you as well. Where have you been? Where have you been? No, I think I've been streaming at different times from when you normally... I used to stream actually when you used to go to class and stuff, so I don't know what time's better. Jeremiah or John Doe? What, from the Telltale series? Building up a small savings and blowing it... that cut deep. No, I mean, my savings, that's what would happen to me. I bet you had probably a lot more savings than me. Because, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to say anything too publicly and stuff. You started your internship, so you've been busy all week. Awesome. What is your internship? It's your birthday today. Happy birthday, Bryce Kingsbury. I think that's how you say your name. That's the thing, Mr. J86, man. Like, you tell yourself all these things, and man, it just happened too fast. I think if I would have thought about it a bit longer, probably like you did, Neve, like maybe like comprehend it. Just, I honestly, it flew over my head till the last minute. So I was like, hey, and I was just like, oh my god, I can't do it. I just can't. I mean, I could still go for a few days, but then I would just feel so pissed off that I couldn't go to all the days. But even then, it's just like all that money. I would happily do it if I was kind of comfortable, and then I was like, I don't want to lose this money, but I can afford to lose this money. But right now, that would be all my money, I'm guessing. Silent Reactor, dudes, thank you so much for the $2. And what you have to say through your super chat is, I still have hopes for a Justice League 2. What about you, Boba? Well, in all honesty, man, I don't know if you've tuned into any of my other live streams when I've talked about the DCU, but well, not only did that film perform quite abysmally bad in terms of what they wanted it to, but it also shattered a lot of fans' dreams like mine, and it was the last straw for the DCU for me until they redeemed themselves. And obviously I'm not negating the fact that Wonder Woman was amazing and stuff, and they can pull off good films. I'm just saying that, man, what the vision between the directors and you know, it was dark sidey, but now it's probably not going to go dark side, and I don't know if Justice League 2 will happen. I think they might just try and do these like things like Shazam and Harley Quinn and just see where they go with a few villain films. And I think, honestly, I read this quote the other day. I said this in my stream the other day as well. I feel like they're going to keep throwing ideas at the wall and see if they stick. And that's often quite a bad approach, I suppose. But, you know, that's what they've been doing. Man, thank you so much, Delana Ann. That means a lot. Did I watch the Halloween trailer? I'm not sure. Wonder Woman was the best, but also the worst thing to happen to the DCU because it proved that they are actually capable of good movies, but for some reason choose not to. Yeah, it dumbfounds me as well. It's just, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I'm just so speechless when it comes to it, unless they go into a huge rant. It's just really, really aggravates me. Really, really does. Ugh. Do I like sushi? I don't really know. I don't think I've ever tried too much sushi in my life, believe it or not. I'm one of those kind of, I'm not mega fussy, but I am one of those kind of people. I tend to stick to the foods that I'm safe with. I don't like stepping out of my comfort zone, basically. And that applies to food. Am I going to watch The Incredibles 2? Yes, I suppose I will. I'm not as hyped about it as everyone else because I remember watching it when I was like a kid, but I haven't watched it since then. So I honestly can't remember hardly anything to do with that film. So it's not as sentimental to me as it is other people. So I would be lying if I was like, yeah, Incredibles 2. I'm really not on that train. But I'd be up for it, I suppose. Do you think Grant Gustin should replace Ezra Miller in the DCU? No, a lot of people say this as well as like my most recent video was the Jared Leto Joker video. And a lot of people are like, why can't Cameron Monaghan just be the Joker in the DCU? Like, why not? Why didn't they use him? It just doesn't work like that. I'm really confused as to why people think like a TV actor can go bang straight into, you know, be the DCU's or the DCU's main actor for the Joker. Not only is he kind of too young, I mean, I guess you could use him as like a kind of thing in the Joaquin Phoenix movie, a time, you know how they, you know, it's meant to be about a young Joker or whatever. Maybe they could use like a growing up scene, like, you know, a montage kind of thing. But no, it just doesn't work like that. He would have to work his way up, blah, 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 blah. The world doesn't work that way. They wouldn't, especially because he's already been the Joker in Gotham. I don't know. I feel like it's very self-explanatory. Do you think Jared Leto, Vision X says, will do a good job at the Joker solo movie? I think that he needs another chance. I'm not saying he's a dreadful Joker. I think a lot of people jump on the dreadful Joker train. I know some people hate him. I think maybe that's more because of the look and stuff, because I felt like he did portray a Joker. He was crazy. He was a bit... I just think people aren't... Yeah, they just didn't dig it a lot, but I didn't necessarily hate it. I just thought the movie was kind of a bit boring, and I didn't like the way he was portrayed. There wasn't enough of him. But will I say he did... Will he do a good job in the Solo film? I think he has the... I completely think he has the capacity to do a good job, yeah. But do I think that? Well, we'll have to wait and see. But, you know, it's very interesting, guys. If you look at the comment section of my video, honestly, people are split. Completely split. People say he needs another chance. They even liked him like I did to a degree, but I wouldn't fully endorse him kind of thing. But I think, yeah, hey, why not do a... I'm not saying, hey, why not do a movie, sorry. But if he's continuing, yeah, whatever. Not to boycott it kind of thing. And yeah, other people are saying, yeah, I hate it. Do you think that on that they should do a Yoda movie or a Vader movie? I'm telling you that they need to stop banking on nostalgia for Star Wars. We need to go in new directions. I'm not saying necessarily the cliche Old Republic stuff, even though I'd love that. But one thing they're doing is, as much as nostalgia is amazing and stuff, it's also gonna keep the way of the universe and the climate and the state of Star Wars at just a stagnant thing. Do you know what I mean? I just feel like the Han Solo movie, I loved it. But if they got to keep doing movies like that none of us ask for, we're never going to get new vision, new creative vision, new stories, new oomph into the universe. And that is unfortunately what Kathleen Kennedy is kind of doing with it. And also I think she has a little bit of an issue with, you know, the creative differences and stuff like that with directors and stuff like that. I just feel a bit... I need to look into that a bit more, but from what I've seen, that's a big problem, and I don't... Yeah, but I'm kind of going off topic now. But I would love, you know, I've in my prepared video, I've been saying, any Star Wars movie you throw at me, I'm going to buy it. I'm going to throw my money at it, unfortunately. But I think that's a part of the problem as well. You have the fans like me who keep support. It's like, you know, in gaming, people keep buying Star Wars Battlefront. So, of course, EA keeps shitting out bad games. So yeah, it's hard. It's a very hard thing to talk about. And that's why I'm actually taking a bit more time to develop this video, because there's going to be some points that piss off people, but I hope they deliver it. I hope they understand it from a place where I deliver it, that it's not from a place of hating on it or anything. It's from a place of a fan who's... And also just, I think, if you take one look at the Star Wars fandom right now, and there's this complete uprise and toxicity against Disney, and not necessarily Disney, but like... Well, yeah, I guess Disney and Kathleen Kennedy and the direction of Star Wars needs to change. I honestly think that because of the conclusion of The Last Jedi and the outcry from fans of that, even if they do a good you know, freaking episode 9, I don't think it's going to do amazingly well. I think it would be like, okay, that was a good film, but yeah, kind of thing, you know. Chris Pratt, Evans, Hemsworth or Pine? Oh, Chris Pratt, Evans, Chris Hemsworth or Chris Pine? I would have to say Chris Pratt. Pratt. What's... Oh man, what does he say? The snack in the Pratt snack time in the Pratt? I don't know. Thing is, I don't think Star Wars Last Jedi was horrible. I think it was horrible for those who, like myself. It's horrible for me in certain ways, but I love it as a film. I love... The thing is, it's impossible for me to hate it, like, because I appreciate it for so many different things. I love the universe. I love the design. I love everything. You know, everything about Star Wars, The Last Jedi. But I find it fun. I can disagree more with what they did with Paul Mark Hamill's character, Luke Skywalker. People, you know, I think it is a bit too far to say you ruined my childhood's dream kind of thing. But I think they shouldn't. One of the biggest things, again, under Kathleen Kennedy's belt, they're doing 3 Star Wars movies where they didn't write out the story back to back. You had 2 directors, J.J. Abrams and Rian Johnson, where clearly J.J. Abrams set up that story to do something else, and Rian Johnson came in, did his thing, whatever, but did it differently. And and that's just terrible in terms of what, you know, you should have wrote a beginning, middle, and end. So yeah, this is a big thing as to why I'm making that video, because it is a thing, and yeah. I wish they did. The thing is, I love Daisy Ridley so much. I love Rey as a character, but the only thing I can't disagree with this is that she should have a lot more development. I used to be one of those people who said, "Oh yeah, but what about if the Force just, you know, what if the Force was just strong with her and she is almost like a newly, you know, sometimes maybe the Force could call to someone more than blah 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 blah." But you cannot. Maybe you can be biased, you know, because this is, as I said, I was like, this is what I'm explaining right now. But you can be biased to a sense where I guess, no, sorry, I think you can't be biased if you really look at it close enough. How Kylo was training his whole life, Rey just picked up a sword that she's never freaking picked up before and completely pwned Kylo. It's just, yeah. The thing is, it's really hard for me, as I said, to look at the realities of the situation and also be such a huge fan of the characters they've built at the same time. I don't know. Because I'm not one of those people who is fully on board with that ship saying, they've ruined it, but they definitely are going to ruin it if it carries on in this direction. So, yeah. Sorry, guys. They did a good job. They did good with Black Panther, but they could F him up like they did with Thor and Hulk later on. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that Hulk suit, guys. I was going to make a theory video on that. You know, why is Hulk wearing something? I've heard the theories of, you know, maybe it's to merge Bruce Banner's mind with Hulk so he can, like, take control of the body as he's going out. Because obviously Hulk was a bit scared after what Thanos whipped his ass, you know, into shape kind of thing. Well, no, quite the opposite. Or it's just Hulk wearing a suit because he's wearing a suit. I don't think Kathleen Kennedy wants it to be women versus men, but yeah, there has been quotes, apparently. Don't quote me on this at all, but apparently they want less white guys in Star Wars. They do call you a white supremacist if you criticize anything of Star Wars, because, you know, and apparently you can't handle strong female characters in the movies. But no, you can criticize stuff based on real criticisms without being a sexist or whatever, you know. The only thing I do not like about what they've done with the new Star Wars as well is they have introduced a lot of, you know, subliminal, you know, social politics into it and stuff like that, and it's just like, why? You don't just know why. But at the same time, I love it. I love Star Wars so much. Yeah, and that's the thing. I feel like it is a byproduct of the world we live in, Amethyst. Yeah, I'm more. I don't know. I really don't know. Do I think that Gotham will kill off Jeremiah in Season 5? It is a possibility if what John Stevens says is true in terms of how they don't go back on what they said about how the Joker is out there and being inspired by Jeremiah and Jerome. So they might kill him off. But I think they might leave him in Gotham so viewers can decide that he would be, you know, the Joker for themselves. You know, it's up to the viewers in that sense. Neve, maybe Star Wars needs to work on strengthening their POC and female characters so that they aren't the ones always facing criticism. Yeah, no, I agree. I completely agree. I think a lot of the criticisms are completely fair. And unfortunately, you know, as much as Kathleen Kennedy is an amazing and experienced woman, and is very knowledgeable in this industry, I think it's just, you know, she needs to step down, because Star Wars unfortunately has the fact at the end of the day, and I'm going to say this in my video as well, if the fandom has been completely fractured, like, it's a fact. And it's not even in 2. It's as far as 3/4 of the fandom are really pissed off about this. Why do you think Solo did so bad, everybody, kind of thing? Even though it's such a great film, definitely go see it. But at the same time, people saying maybe boycott it, like, and don't see it, so you don't give them their money. Yeah, fandoms are toxic. But when a lot of people seriously do not agree on something, there is something going wrong. 100%, 100 billion, gazillion, million. I'm talking shit now. Percent. But yeah. But the fandom is completely. Some of the fandom, I say, not all fandom, are complete mother flipping arseholes for doing what they did to Rose's character, the actor. Sorry, I can't remember her name off the top of my head. Absolute complete arseholes. If you don't like a character, don't bully the person. I could make a whole video about that. That's just decent human decency. Kelly Marie Tran. Yeah. Poor woman. Like I don't know. It's just I feel like Daisy Ridley, didn't she delete her Instagram as well because she was going through a lot of criticisms about Rey or something? I just think a lot of people wanted to see. The thing is, Rian Johnson, I respect his writing and stuff like that, but I know a lot of people wanted to see Luke as a grandmaster and la da 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 da. And I get Rian Johnson, in his mind, he thinks he's doing a good thing by saying, you know, the most selfless thing Luke could have done was cut himself off from the Force. I get that, but that's a whole argument within itself. But yeah, there's a whole argument there that it was just trying to be different. Directors, you know, JJ obviously set it up to be one thing, blah, blah, blah. That's the problem of them not writing the 3 films out as one story, through giving all the power to Rian Johnson, and, you know, after J.J. Abrams, and not writing a story arc of 3, you know, beginning, middle, and end. It's hard. It's very hard. Yeah, and it's not the actors and actresses' fault, but you'll never, ever be able to teach that to ignorant people. Yeah, it's just hard. Daisy, yeah, she did. You know what? That really upset me at the time because I really loved following her because, you know, I'm a huge Daisy Ridley fan, such as yourself, Neve. And it's just cool having a little bit of an insight into the actor's life. And one of the things I love about Daisy Ridley is, you know, she wasn't a massive Hollywood actor or anything. They plucked these actors and actresses. Sorry, I meant to say actress. I say that all the time, mistakenly. Brand new in a way, like they did with Star Wars, the original Star Wars. And it was so nice. It was so nice again because she was obviously, she's British. She didn't hide herself as much. She just made like cool, like very human Instagram posts that you don't get off a lot of celebrities. And then she deleted it because, you know, I guess she got fame. She got put in the spotlight and she didn't, you know, couldn't, and rightfully so, want to handle all that bullshit that was spewed her way. But hey, man, this is what I say. I hate the world we live in with things like this. I hate it. I could definitely see a Riddler movie as long as they made it like serious and really, you know, really cool that way. But I think that wouldn't be the right thing to do right now. If they brought out a random, like as I said, Warner Brothers changed up their slate. I feel quarterly, or you know, goodbye Batgirl, goodbye a couple of other things. I can't remember off the top of my head right now. Keep up the Daisy hype. I love it. Is it just stupid? Is it just stupid to have directors on the Star Wars trilogy? No, it's not. I don't think it's stupid at all to have different directors necessarily. I definitely see concern there. But what I do think is completely stupid is the fact that they didn't write a story. JJ 110% set up Star Wars Episode 8 to be different, you know, with what he did in Episode 7. Ryan came in, and yeah, I respect that he had a very... He had a vision and he did it with such conviction to the point where it was so different from JJ's. But there you go, problem within itself there. Do I really need to go on? And the things he did were very controversial. And it's all for the excuse of, you know, let's just do something different. Let's do something different. They're not really doing what the fans want. That's a big argument from the fandom at the minute. We're doing it because we want to get other people in. No, that's like the worst business model thing you could ever do in a business. You want to, yeah, the natural general public will come in through the hype and hopefully enjoy the film, but cater to your actual audience. It is very dumbfounding when you put stuff like that to it. And that's why a lot of Star Wars fans really didn't like The Last Jedi for very self-explanatory reasons if you've seen the film through those story points. And that's why Mark Hamill himself really didn't like it. He went on record to say that, then he got, I think, a bit of a tap on the wrist, came out of it, and then he went and said it again because, you know, it's not like he's done with the franchise. Mark Hamill is done with it. They had one shot. They had one shot with Kerry, Harrison Ford, and Mark Hamill. And these are the films we got. Now, I'm not saying they're terrible films. I enjoyed every single film under Kathleen Kennedy's rule. But that's because I'm a Star Wars fan. So, of course, I'll find things I really like in it. But is it the way I would want it to go? No. No. And, you know, for all the reasons I've said, and this should be just bloody called a Star Wars stream, and what Mark Hamill has said. Am I going to see how To Train Your Dragon 3? 110% I'm going to see that. I'm very excited. Does anyone know Gavin from Rooster Teeth? It's just a bit of a meme on the internet, but he looks just like him. What would I think of a Gotham spin-off starring David Mazouz when Bruce travels the world? I need to wear my glasses, but the only thing is, the freaking softbox lights reflect on it so much. It's just, ugh. Well, yeah, Travels the World, assuming season 5. The thing is, I would, yeah, sure, I'd like to see that, but I don't think in a world of business it's ever going to happen. So, do you know what I mean? Man, Cheyenne, I'm baking chocolate cookies and listening to the stream. Yay, Saturday night. Cheyenne, I want chocolate cookies now. Please, can I have one? Please. Smart Sheep, dude, what is up? Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Oh, I need to go, but thanks for another stream, and I'll reply to you soon with a huge, incomprehensible rant. All right, Neve, thank you if you're still here for joining the stream. I'll talk to you later, I'm sure. I want chocolate cookies. Please give me chocolate cookies. I want munch now. I need munch. I want munch. Can I have munch? Somebody. I need munch. What do I think of Hiccup's new emo beard? I didn't really think about that, to be honest. I would have to look at it again. I wonder how it makes him an emo just because he has a beard, though. So when is season 5 of Gotham coming out? I think I've heard two different things. January, and then I've heard March. I don't know. This is the thing, Jalen. I'm trying to be good as well, in a way. I mean, last night I ate crap, but yeah. I will mail you some cookies. Yes, please. If I ever opened a PO box, guys, just send me chocolate cookies. Actually, please. Actually, don't do that because that would be very hard for me to... How would I ever not eat them? Oh man, do you think Altered Carbon will get a season 2? I bloody hope so. It'd be so stupid for that show to not get a season 2. But I'm worried that the guy who played the body of Takeshi Kovacs, I can't remember his name off the top of my head. I'm very bad with remembering things like that. He might not be back for it if we get a season 2, just for obvious reasons. Like, you know, in that you put a stack in different bodies. Such an itchy nose. So yeah. I honestly, guys, Gotham probably most definitely will not be picked up. If you think about it, they've stated 5th and final season. What are they doing this season? They're making Bruce Batman, so yeah. Diet is die with a T. You say that to me? Diet. I know. Diet. Does anyone in here watch Shadowhunters? Because I heard that got cancelled. No, I think I tried to watch it once, but it was a bit too Shadowhunters. I just felt like it was not as serious, or it was a bit too. I don't know the right word for it, but it wasn't. I don't know. For me, I don't know if I enjoyed the acting and stuff like that as much. Maybe I'm talking shit, but I don't know. I remember I just tried to watch it and I was like, I can't get into this really. I actually don't watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I've heard it's really good though. I honestly don't think they're going to do the clone thing with Jerome or Jeremiah, just because they've stated that the real Joker is out there. They could actually do him because they said a third might pop along, but think about it, guys. We've got 10 episodes-ish now. There's so much crap you need to do, so I don't think they have time for stuff like that. Yeah, Jerome or Jeremiah spin-off. a lot of people misunderstood as well. Sean, you know, this Alfred spin-off isn't going to be set in the Gotham universe. It's a whole different universe. Got nothing to do with Sean Pertwee's Alfred. Even though they were inspired after Sean Pertwee's performance that a live-action Alfred would be really good in their eyes. I'm not saying that really. What is up, Maud? I don't know if I said your name right. Why is my nose so itchy? Yeah. Yeah, March is a very long wait. Do you play Fortnite? No, I do not. I would love to, but I can't game a whole lot. Long story short, hand muscle problems. Titans releasing in August. Yes. Well, I think that is the most likely date. Yeah, for sure. And a lot of people wanted me to do a video on the Jason Todd picks, but there wasn't really too much to look at. And I know I am going to do more news videos, like around 5 minutes if things come out. That's relatively quick and give my opinion on it. Not just do a 2-minute video and be done with it. I'm not about that at all. I think that's borderline pointless. I want to give a bit more substance to those videos. But yeah, I don't know. I felt like I couldn't say too much about it. I could have mentioned how it might be. I don't know. Maybe I still make a Jason Todd video, but it might just be a bit too late now. I hate being very late to things. Yeah, and hopefully Titans will be along with it straight away. And then it'll be done in time for Young Justice or whatever. RJ Stoffel. Do you think that Nora's mistake might get Oliver out of prison? Good plot device to get out of the plot hole. No, I think that will have nothing, absolutely nothing to do. They won't cross over to shows like that. And think about, they're going to use Oliver in prison as a that's going to be like a cool arc within itself. They're not going to just use the Flash's mistake thing as, you know, to fix that up. I know what you mean. I mean, yeah, I get what you're trying to say, but no, it's not going to happen. What is up, dumb nerd? That's okay, lollers, man. Don't worry, I have to repeat myself on that 1,000 million times. So, no worries, dude. Any thoughts on the Leto Joker origin movie? So, they didn't say it was an origin, and it's not actually been officially confirmed. It's just very much so probably happening with the talks they've been having. Hold on a second. Wait. No way, Jen. Oh my god, fans are going to go mad if that's the case. No, you're trolling me, Jen. Please tell me you're trolling me. Please tell me you're trolling me, Jen. Because that is a terrible idea, if that's the case. The thing is, do you know what? Even if it is a troll, I would believe that. Because that is what they're doing with Star Wars at the minute. Yeah, comics are constantly kind of rebooting. And it's kind of worrying, isn't it? Because not a lot of people are buying them as much, I feel. And I think that's a fact as well. Yeah, I think, Philip, they wanted to try and catch up. They were kind of jealous of Marvel in a way, and they wanted to catch up, banking on their big characters like... you know, like Batman and Henry Cavill, and yeah, they basically fucked up, and they're idiots for it. I personally, I don't think, not all of Marvel comics, unless you just, you know, I really like the Star Wars Marvel comics. I know what you mean, Amethyst. Not as many, at least. Right, guys, I'm just going to share this on Twitter. Oh god, Jen, you had me. You did initially, because I was like, I had to Google it because I was like, it honestly wouldn't surprise me if Kathleen Kennedy thought it was a good idea. But it's like, right, R2D2, fans love him, iconic character. This will make money. Let's announce that movie. Do you know what I mean? Damn nerd, how have you not seen Infinity War? Jeez Louise, a papa cheese. But no, there's still time. I think, you know, it makes a lot of money, so, you know. Will Jeremiah get the green hair? Probably not, because they're not allowed to use green hair, they said, and the Joker name, so. I need to make a video on this so everyone just knows what's what with what they can and cannot do, because it got even more revealed. I feel like I'm doing this like a towel. Jalen, how could you? No, yeah, I mean, go see a movie whenever you want to see a movie, by all means. But definitely go check it out. In the cinema, it's really cool. It'd be a lot better than just a TV screen, for sure. No. Honestly, anyone who's asking me, do you think... so Ziv Davison says, do you think a Darth Maul solo movie will be a good idea? Also bring back old characters. Also can present, like, the Night Sisters magic. I love your ideas there. But the thing is, they need to stop banking on nostalgia. Stop bringing out movies. The only one exception I'll say is I want to see an Obi-Wan movie for sure. But I don't want to. They need to stop. They need to go with new stories, new blood. Go to the Old Republic era. Go a few, like 3,000 plus years before. But do not. They need. Yeah, I think I've already said it. I literally go on rants with this. How will they pull off Nightwing's and Red Hood's origin without Batman? Are you assuming? Are you talking about Titans? I think they're doing Bruce Wayne, right? Or they're gonna. I think they are doing like a couple of Bruce Wayne scenes or something like that in flashbacks, maybe. And that's how. And then like I don't know. You can easily do it without Batman for sure. And they can reference Batman, especially with Jason and obviously Tim in there. So it's hard and easy at the same time because you want the Batman character in there and you want Bruce in there. I think they're doing a little bit of that, but you know, it would be cool if we had like him fully fledged in it. I'll see you later, Jen. Thank you so much for joining as always. And I'll probably catch you soon, either on the live stream or Twitter or something. Goodbye. Ice-T is the best. You know what? I'm not a big fan of Ice-T. Maul versus Vader movie on Malachor would be awesome. Vader, I think, would win. Yeah, for sure. See you later, Zenny. Yeah, the Bumblebee trailer is pretty cool. I'm not a massive... I really got out the... Believe it or not, I really didn't enjoy the Transformers films that much after Shia LaBeouf left. I know, say what you will about Shia LaBeouf, but I really like him as an actor. I think he's a very good actor. They just got so boring, I thought, at one point. I've never fallen asleep in the cinema, but I remember the first one... man, what was it? Dark Side? No, I don't think it was Dark Side. Maybe it was. I can't remember. But, dude, Jesus Christ. No. To say, that's just my personal opinion. I hope that doesn't make anyone angry if you're a huge... Transformers fans, but I just seriously found it boring at a certain point. Darth Bane kills the Sith movie. Yeah, Darth Bane movie would be absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. But they don't listen to their fans, so they're not going to do what fans want. We're going to do what we want, you know, and not listen to our audience. You know, we're going to make big mistakes like this. We're going to bank on nostalgia. Yeah. No, I think RJ, what they did with Wally, you know, established Wally's there in the universe, so that's kind of cool, you know. Otherwise there would be no Wally West at all. It wasn't a waste of time, but I get where you're coming from. They will give us a Kenobi movie, Smart Sheep, but I don't want any more nostalgia than that. They used to think for Barry anyway, that's what the... Yeah, it was meant to be... Yeah, that was more Wally West, of course. I was fine with that, but it's just the tone of season 4 that was completely swept the rug from its feet, you know, and they fell over hard. I mean, look at the reviews for Flash season 4. It's like 5.7 or something like that from IGN. I agree with that. It was not really too much more above average. It wasn't horrifically bad, but you know, oh my god, The Flash season 4 was just bad in terms of what it could have been. A Mandalore army movie, that would be really, really cool as well. So yeah, focusing on the no Jedi. Well, yeah, you could bring Jedi and Sith in, you know, because they've had a lot of beef in the past. With the Mandalorians. That is a meme. If the fans asked for a Darth Bane film, they would probably release a Star Wars story instead. Yes, some episodes of The Flash Season 4 were really good. Like, I really enjoyed Episode 7. I really enjoyed Episode 15. I think really 17 and 18 as well. But that doesn't make the season good for me. You know, I'm not shitting on the whole season as a whole. Well, not as a whole, I am in a way. But I'm not saying it didn't have good things. I'm just saying there are a lot of bad things about it that overwhelm and put it down as a bad kind of season. I enjoyed Season 3 more than Season 4, Sushi. It had huge plot holes for sure. I'm not negating that at all. But holy crap, I've always said this every time. I enjoyed and looked forward to each episode airing every week last year. Did I have that feeling this week of this year? No. I seriously didn't. I was just like Barry slipping up over marbles. Barry Allen saying to Iris West when she had his speed, it's okay if you want to keep the speed. You don't have to give it back if you don't want to. What? The Flash, the Scarlet Speedster, doesn't care if his wife keeps the Speed Force powers? What? What? That is just so stupid. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm gonna get too angry otherwise if we keep talking about that, because there's so many terrible things like that with The Flash Season 4, which I think are abysmally bad. I don't know how. I'm not an Iris West hater at all. Like Iris West, definitely don't agree with what happened in Season 4. I definitely she should have been a journalist, a person who majored in English, bossing around people with you know, God knows like how many PhDs and stuff like that. She had to give Barry Allen the advice to phase out the venom that Norvok, you know, gave him in that episode. Barry Allen has phased multiple substances out of his system before, but couldn't figure it out for himself. That Iris West had to tell him how to do it. There are so many problems. So many problems. So many freaking problems. The CW is, yeah, this is why I think Gotham Season 4 completely and royally smashed the living shit out of a lot of CW shows in, yeah, like, terms of that. Their writing is better. There's a shit ton of problems with Gotham that I could list. But, you know, in terms of what I'm speaking about, The Flash Season 4, oh my god. Oh my god. I'm very excited for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Very unique art style and stuff like that. It's just, it makes you feel like really happy and giddy, I feel. That's what it made me feel like, and I'm just really looking forward to like giving it a watch, you know. It's that, I don't know really what more to say than that. I love the different suits that he saw. I don't know, it looks like a load of fun. Man, we've been going. How have we been going? 49 minutes already. That's mad. 49 minutes. 49 minutes. Nearly at an hour now. I'll probably end it in the next 11-ish minutes. Maybe get it to an hour. Patty returning to the Flash would be pretty cool, but unfortunately now Barry's with Iris West. I'm not saying that the relationship 49 minutes is, you know, the only thing that keep her going, but unfortunately I feel like her character was just the way she was introduced was a love interest, so what purpose are you going to have in the show? I just don't think they could do too much with her. No, it would be cool, but with the regular cast that they've already got, they would have to sub somebody else, unless, you know, they did like a Julian Albert kind of thing. But even so, I feel like there would be relationship drama there or something. Legends got cut to 16 episodes from 18. That's fine with me. It means more clear-cut, concise episodes, I guess. I'm fine with that. See you later, Sushi. Goodbye, my friend. Do you think Arrow? Do you think after Arrow we will see a new Arrowverse show? I don't know. I think they might let the Arrowverse shows die. They might test out the waters with Batwoman and stuff like that. You know, it's a no-brainer maybe if that did. You know, imagine if it got millions and millions of viewers and people were like going crazy and crazy. Yes, they would do that, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I can't confirm that Gotham season 5 is gonna have 10 episodes. Well, I mean, Cameron Bickendova said that it would be 10 episodes, so that's why I said that in my video. But she's just getting told that things could be changed. But you know, take her word for it for now. But just wait, I guess. No, I think Arrow will get beyond the next season, but it is, you know, treading water now at a certain point. It hasn't been spectacularly amazing consistently throughout its season for at least 2 seasons now, so that's kind of worrying. Legends is a whole bag of fun, definitely. I have no idea about that. I have no idea about the whole 2-hour finale potentially being in theaters. I have no idea if a lot of stuff you might read on Reddit. Just remember, take it with a huge grain of salt. Would you like to see Black Lightning in the Arrowverse? No, I think it's not important. I like how it has definitely got a different feel to their universe. So no, they don't need that at all. Gotta go now. Bye, Boba. This has been the highlight of my day. Well, thank you, Metal Mango. I really appreciate that. I really do. I hope you have a lovely day, man. Amethyst, Arrow got complacent. Yeah, I guess you could say that, definitely. It's just difficult. That new Team Arrow, stuff like that. I really liked the Richard Dragon stuff, but even so, I felt like Richard Dragon was left a bit too late. I thought he was amazing. I think Kirk, I can't remember like his last name, but I remember watching the finale episodes, and I didn't like how he just got all... This isn't the actor, this is the writing. His plans just kind of foiled, and he was all like ragey, like, you know, all the time, you know, to Laurel in the, you know, do you know what I mean? I don't know if any of you are getting that vibe, but his plans were just going to shit, and he was going to shit. Like, it was, I don't know. It wasn't as cool as what I thought it would be, unfortunately, at the end. But it was still, I really enjoyed it still. It was really cool, but not, I didn't think, I thought Richard Dragon, I guess that's why he didn't die, right? So they can continue it on, hopefully, next season with him. Arrow's really good, man. It has bumpy rides for sure, just like any TV show. But, you know, vigilantes, man. What's better than that? Well, I guess people with superheroes, but superpowers, but still. I don't think Bruce Wayne will, Philip. I think they'll say something like, oh, this vigilante is off doing this. Or like, why isn't a normal guy doing this? And it's, you know, Batwoman instead. What if they make Joker's name Joker? Will they be able to use it? No, they just won't do that. They won't do that, unfortunately, lollers, man. Plus, I don't think that's a good idea anyway. I really like Spider-Man Homecoming. It's definitely not a movie I want to watch all the time again, you know. But the more I look at, you know, I'm just happy it's on my shelf kind of thing. I look at it sometimes, I'm like, you know what? I like Tom Holland as Spider-Man. A very comic book accurate one. But I feel like I can't rewatch it loads of times. But yeah, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse looks really cool. But I know a lot of people aren't into the animation, I've heard. I think they in talks about the whole Birds of Prey movie, which is pretty cool. I want the DCU to get their shit together first before, hey, Joker movie, hey, this movie, hey, that movie, hey, this movie, you know? Learn what works strong for them and then approach from there on out. Get a really good plan going and commit to it. Don't just cancel it when things, you know, I don't know. What am I expecting from Titans? A really like cool and well designed show, I'm hoping, but I don't know. When I saw that Robin suit, I thought that looked amazing. So kind of a good production, hopefully. But also, you know, the fact that they're the Titans, like a fun superhero show, but with serious moments in it, with really cool comic book references, and like, you know, that's what I'm hoping with Jason Todd. I really just hope it's like a bit more fun than the Arrowverse, but also serious in a way. It's weird because obviously that's what the Arrowverse strives to do with their shows, but I don't know how to put it. Like, also in a little bit of a different way. I don't know. I think I don't want to rewatch Homecoming, Julius, is because I keep getting to the bit where he's running through the neighborhoods, going after, you know, going towards the bit where those guys are selling the weapons, and I haven't got past that, whether that's falling asleep or whether having to do something. So maybe I should just start the movie halfway through and then carry on from there. But yeah. I personally thought Black Panther was really good, but I think it was a bit overrated. Not honestly, not criticizing the film in a bad way at all. I just think, I remember when I saw the film, I was like, that's really cool, but I didn't understand why everyone was going so flipping mad about it. I just don't know. I don't know. I thought it was really cool, but yeah. People were going absolutely mental. Yeah, Black Panther was good, but overrated. Yeah, for sure. I just felt like, yeah. Do you reckon it's... I don't know. Marvel are better on movies. DC are better at writing comics, and DC are just good. I just prefer... I love Marvel, don't get me wrong. I love the Guardians, I love Marvel. And I'm trying this summer, before the shows come back, to really diversify my content if I can. So I don't have to... I don't want to be a DC TV YouTuber, let me put it that way. Never, ever want to be that. I don't want to be confined to just the shows, necessarily. But it's a whole lot of work, and if you like a bit of this and that, then what do you do? Do you do reviews, or do you just do the old theory and cover movies, cover even stuff like Stranger Things and How to Train Your Dragon? That's what I want to do, things like that. But it's very hard to find the balance of what videos I'm going to make as well. Yeah, I want to watch the premiere of Cloak and Dagger as well. I opened the channel on my Discord server, but I knew I wasn't going to watch it then, so I just knew I wasn't going to be able to do a review. Yeah, Justice League was not that great. No, yeah, I want to watch Gotham by Gaslight, but unfortunately, I don't have the money to pick up the Blu-ray at the minute. Unfortunately, money. There's a lot of things I want to buy, Blu-ray-wise or 4K-wise or whatever. 4K is obviously, I know that's expensive, but I've got a 4K collection now to the point where, unless I have to buy a Blu-ray because they just don't do a 4K version of something, I want to buy a 4K because it's like I've got, you know. So I try and save for stuff like that when I can. But, you know, I honestly don't buy Blu-rays a whole lot because of the amount of money it costs. And I don't like pirating stuff, so I don't, you know, I love film, I love the industry, so I want to support it as much as I can, or as much as they let me, if that makes sense. Very excited about the new streaming service. The only thing that annoys me is the amount of streaming services we're going to have to pay for. You know, Amazon, Netflix, DC, Disney. How many more there could be? There's so many. I mean, no, yeah, I get why people stream. That's definitely a grey area and stuff like that. Sometimes the shows literally don't give you an option. You know, you can still buy the merchandise, buy the Blu-ray after it's out. But I don't like pirating. Pirating is definitely... You know, people do it. Do whatever you want, but that's stealing. But, you know, everyone, you know, you do you. You like the Arrow versus Superman? You know what? I definitely don't mind him. I don't take it that seriously. That's why. I think he's a cool Superman. But, of course, he's not Henry Cavill. I mean, come on. So, yeah, I get the criticisms. But for me, it's just like, yeah, cool. But at the same time, I'm not watching Supergirl because I just got out of that show, unfortunately. But I would love to cover it if I do get back into it. But I would only cover it on a news basis or a theory basis. I wouldn't review the show. Especially next year. This year when the shows come back. Some of the shows are on the same night, so it really sucks, guys. I'm going to have to run a poll. What would you prefer me to cover more, Arrow or Legends of Tomorrow? No, I do not pirate shows. I don't torrent shows at all. You prefer Arrow, Amethyst? Interesting. No, yeah, I think I would have to cover Arrow. Legends first, Arrow later. Interesting. Thing is, Arrow's the more serious show, and the reason why I think it would be Arrow is because Legends is just a whole bag of fun, right? They take the piss out of their own show kind of thing. So I could make theory videos on Legends, or maybe I could do like reactions on Patreon, like not me watching the episode, but like, you know, how I think of it kind of thing, film myself or something like that, post immediate the episode. But Arrow would be like a review, you know? And I think I'm not going to take my reviews as serious this year. Like, I'll do reviews, but I'm not going to do... Because during reviews, if you review like 3 or 4 shows, or 5 or 6, that really seriously inhibits you from covering other things, like extra videos, blah, blah, blah. So, I don't want to just be a reviewer. I will review things, but I want to do other things. I want to give my opinion on other things. I want to do a lot more Star Wars. I want to do a lot more... I don't know, random ass shows that come up and get people's attention, like Stranger Things and, you know, all kind of things like that. More Marvel content. A lot of you are saying Arrow. Okay. By the way, guys, does this annoy anyone? You know, in Young Justice, when Kid Flash, Yeah, I want to do more video essay type things as well. I've always wanted to do that. That's what I'm doing with my Star Wars video. It's going to be like a non-face cam. Maybe at the beginning I'll be on face cam, but it's going to be me, you know, talking like that. But what do you guys think of how like slow Kid Flash is in Young Justice? Do you think it's kind of realistic because otherwise you'd be able to do everything and everything? Or do you like, because that's why you like him kind of running fast but slow at the same time? Or do you wish that he would be actually like a goddamn speedster and be like, bing, you know, because it is incredibly slow. I would watch the Superman TV series with the actor that played him in Supergirl, of course. Yeah, I could see that happening, but I'm a bit worried about oversaturating the Arrowverse. So I get all these good ideas, but it's like, should we do this? Should we do this? Sure, I'd watch it, but should we do this? That's the question. I think the Reverse Flash will return in Season 5 in a potential kind of, you know how we had in Season 2 of The Flash or Season 3? It might have been Season 2 when Barry went back in time to learn something from Eobard Thawne. And he, like, tied up the Barry Allen back then or knocked him out, I think. That kind of thing. I think it'd be so freaking awesome if we went to the future. Wait, no way. Have they announced the Superman open video game? If they have, because is E3 still on? No, I don't think it is. That would be Rocksteady, right? Yeah, it's just rumors at the minute. I prefer Christian Bale's Bruce Wayne and stuff like that, but I prefer the DCEU's Batman. That shit is just on mother flipping point. The combat, the suit is incredible, but I prefer the way Batman conducts himself with his demeanor with the Dark Knight universe. You know, like Christian Bale wise, the way he talks, the way he's Bruce Wayne, but Ben Affleck's Batman combat, you know, the saving Martha Kent scene, just even, you know, the stance where he takes on top of the gargoyles, that kind of Gotham, they've nailed that in the DCEU. Zack Snyder did anyway. The Dark Knight, it just isn't as comic book accurate, I guess, in that terms. Yeah, Arrow will start with him in jail, and somehow, yeah, there's the theories of like some villains, been able to break him out. Because the only thing is, right, if Oliver has to break out of prison, because, you know, the city might be in such dire need to the point where he needs to break out, and he's like, screw it, I have to do this. I just think it's a bit, after all of that shit at the end of season 6, you know, oh, he's going to prison. Diggle and everyone could have broke him out, but nope, he's going to prison, so blah, blah, blah. But just to take it back, for him to be the Green Arrow and help the city, I get that. But, like, how is he ever going to come out of that? How is he going to be Oliver Queen and be the Green Arrow? Yep, there's the theories of him being undercover. Yeah, so they actually might need him. So they actually take him out. To the point where the FBI might actually need him because he's the only one who can save this city. So yeah, I like that theory. I could do like a video on that. That would be pretty cool. I like, instead of, the thing is, I hate pumping out theory video. 3 minutes long, 4 minutes long, 3 minutes long. I rather do videos where I collect a bunch of theories, say my view on it. Because, oh man, there's so many theory videos out there that are only like 2 minutes long, and it's just like, yeah. I'm not calling out anyone there. I'm just saying I prefer to kind of spend a bit more time making my videos. And rather than, yeah, like cashing in on a quick Nora Allen has somehow flown out of the Milky Way and got the Speed Force through entering this and is somehow Godspeed, blah, 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 blah. Do you know what I mean? Those ridiculous things. Don't give a flying fuck about, you know, rather not lose integrity than just for views, you know? And as I said, I'm not talking about anyone in particular. I'm just honestly thinking about the mass amount of videos that are out there. So, but yeah, some people do come out with freaking kick-ass theory videos at the same time. Hey Boba, hello Bly Boy, hello Flashback. What's up, man? I'm a bit concerned about the whole Blue Beetle thing for Arrow, if that's actually a thing. Just as much as he is a cool character, will it look good on TV, like with the wings and stuff? I reckon they could do it, but I guess they won't do it a whole lot. Like they didn't do Ralph's powers a whole lot, but you know. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, I suppose. What do I think of John Campea? I don't agree on everything he says, but I definitely agree on some things. He's very knowledgeable. So for example, if you go to his 5 reasons why Kathleen Kennedy should step down, I 100% agree with every point he makes in that video. It's basically a flawless video. Everything he said is impossible to argue against. So yeah, definitely check that video out, guys. And I've used that for inspiration as well to make my Star Wars video, which will be coming out hopefully next week. I was just saying on Twitter about no. I was saying if I don't review all the shows, I might make it a Patreon tier to just kind of like give my immediate reaction on Patreon. So you can post videos there or unlisted videos to people who really want me to talk about the latest episode of Legends, which I might not make a video about. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you got my message, by the way, on Discord, Amethyst. I did reply to it. I was basically just apologizing, saying sorry for being so awful at replying. Yeah, I think I'm going to end the stream now. Anyway, guys, so thank you, Jalen. Anyway, it's good to see you again. And everybody who... Sushi says, the Star Wars attack him so much for he really like, yeah, the thing is, I really like Solo as well, but I don't, yes, you know, we've already talked about this. It's a long, complicated thing to talk about. I hope you feel better soon, Amethyst. That sucks. Oh man, that really sucks. I've heard rumors about a Batman show after Gotham. I think they probably definitely had that conversation. Oh, man. Can I have one of those cookies, Cheyenne? Oh, you definitely have to save one for me. The boba cookie. The boba cookie. But anyway, guys, yeah, thank you, everybody. It was awesome, like, keeping, like, a consistent 50 people, especially in the off-season. Like, live streams aren't as perky, but it's, like, amazing that we still managed to have, like, 50-odd people in streams. It's really fun. Oh, wow. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you in tomorrow's stream. I'll probably be streaming tomorrow night. Check out for a traditional Boba Church. No, I think that's the new name for it now. Well, it's always been a name, really. But yeah, take care, guys. See you then.